Well, good Monday to you. We have a significant threat of severe weather in these areas, and that will mainly be into the afternoon, although there will be some thunderstorms going throughout the day in a couple of these areas. We're going to look at some of that, plus we're going to talk about the big change that's on the way. We're going to start to feel that as we move through the week as a large ridge of high pressure builds across the west. A lot of heat here, and then across the east, this cold pool of air will drop our temperatures below normal as we head into the weekend. Severe weather certainly on the table today. The area of concern will be here with some ongoing storms and potential new development across parts of Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, as far east as Mississippi, and then up around the northern Illinois, southern parts of Wisconsin, in these areas, even parts of Iowa, and arguably even into Missouri on the southwest side and here on the northeast side with two areas of thunderstorms. The potential for some strong, gusty winds, some hail with a lot of updrafts, and some tornadoes. A decent threat here across parts of Texas, but I don't want to really minimize what might be happening up here across southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois as we head into the afternoon. A quick look at the future radar. Let's time some of this out. We've got this ongoing cluster of thunderstorms here across Oklahoma. Some damaging winds possible with this, some hail. An isolated tornado can't be ruled out. But then as we head into the afternoon, these storms start to get going here across parts of Iowa, Missouri, even down here into the southern parts of Missouri, and then up here into northern parts of Illinois too. So two clusters of storms, this one and then this area here. Once we move into the afternoon, these will start to expand into parts of Texas, Louisiana as well. A couple of these could get strong with a few isolated tornadoes up into Illinois too, Wisconsin. That's where we'll see another threat as we head into the evening hours. So once we lose the sun, while most of the time, yes, things do start to settle down, some of these will keep going. However, I will tell you, dew points, especially across Texas in some areas, will be in the mid-70s. So a lot of moisture to work with. And what I think is of concern, especially into Texas, with dew points in the 70s, a lot of instability. In fact, CAPE is what we look at. That's instability is going to be just way up there, near 6,000 joules per kilogram in some cases. So I think that's going to lead to some very big hail, unfortunately, in some cases. And some of this could roll on into tomorrow morning because a couple of the short-range models try to develop the second cluster of thunderstorms, this mesoscale convective complex, and drop that south into Louisiana heading into Tuesday. That's something to keep an eye on. And then heading into Tuesday, we got another system. This will be our front that's going to bring the change about across the Great Lakes and into the east. That will be moving east heading into Tuesday afternoon, so some more severe weather possible up into these areas. It doesn't look as significant as today. That's as of right now. However, that could change by tomorrow with a few tornadoes being bullseyed right here for parts of Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, even parts of Nebraska. To the east of this, let's look at the storms today. You can see them moving into these areas we just talked about, northern Illinois, Wisconsin. However, across parts of the mid-Atlantic, we'll see a few thunderstorms start to get going here from Virginia, north, even into West Virginia, to the Carolinas, down into Tennessee, and the deep south too. These will die down some as we head into the evening hours with the daytime heating, and then as we head into tomorrow, this complex of storms will start to move into Kentucky and Tennessee. There could be a few strong storms here. It looks kind of wet really here in this area on Tuesday with storms. Not a complete washout in all areas, but then as we head into Wednesday, a more organized line of showers and storms. Looks like they're going to try to develop here somewhere across the Tennessee Valley. And looking at the precipitation, let's really take it out. We've talked about Monday, and there's Tuesday. Again, kind of wet here in this area. Here's your low moving into Canada. A lot of showers here, back now moving into the Midwest. And then by Wednesday, more rain, and it moves east. So kind of a wet day from Pennsylvania south. Looks like we hold off on the wet weather here into the northeast at least until about Thursday. And then here comes the showers as we see that upper low kind of spinning here around the Great Lakes, temperatures dropping, and then we'll keep the showery weather around. And then after this, again, I think with the ridging happening here across the west, everything's going to try to go up and over the ridge. It's been looking like that now for a couple of weeks. I think that's the pattern that's going to take shape. One thing to keep in mind too, temperatures, we're going to talk about the extreme heat across the west in just a second, but look at these cool temperatures that are headed toward the Great Lakes, although it's going to be pretty hot for part of the week, especially across the south with a lot of 90s, but by Thursday into Friday, there comes that cool air. High temperatures on Friday. I'm going to slow this down sometime into the afternoon. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Near 50 in many of these areas, close to 60 on the edges. I think the clouds will be what holds us back in the parts of Michigan. And also that cold air loft starts to move to the east. So as we move into Saturday, we could be close to 50 into the mountains from the Poconos north into the Catskills and Adirondacks. So a cool day, even into southern New England with the cloud cover. Eventually, this will start to change as we head into next week. It'll take a little while. I mean, look at this into the northeast. This is all model data, but the idea is it stays a little cool here at least until maybe Tuesday or potentially Wednesday of next week. So a big change on the way for many of you. And some of you may say, we've never really warmed up. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you're going to warm up. Hot across the southwest today. If you think that's hot, wait till tomorrow. That we're just getting going. We've got excessive heat warnings in effect, heat advisories, temperatures across the Central Valley near 100 as we head into Tuesday. Some areas getting warmer than that. Also into Phoenix, triple-digit heat on the way. But really, by Wednesday, that's when you're going to notice a significant change. We're talking about near 105 to close to 110. In some areas, Phoenix may get close to 110, and some areas will potentially exceed that, especially as we head into Thursday and Friday, with some areas getting into the low 110s. So very hot. Once you get above 5,000 feet, things a little bit cooler. Below 5,000 feet, it's going to be pretty doggone hot with triple-digit heat happening across here. The only relief you'll find would be up into the mountains, and it looks like this could last into the weekend. So here we are on Friday. We're still dealing with 110, at least close to that near Phoenix. A bit of relief on the way by the weekend if you call 100 relief. Even up to Vegas, we're talking about triple-digit heat. Central Valley closer to 100 rather than 105 and 110. So the heat is on across the west, and it looks like it's going to stay hot for a while. And the heat is also on across the Atlantic. Fortunately, as of right now, no tropical activity anticipated over the next 7 days. That could change at any moment. We've really primed things again here across the Caribbean and the Gulf. All right, guys, if you're stopping by for the first time, thanks for doing so. If you've not subscribed, I hope you will. It really helps the channel a lot, and I do appreciate you coming by. Hope you have a great Monday. Catch you next time.